What if I told you that the only thing standing between you and the wealth you've always dreamed of isn't your job, your education, or even your bank account right now? What if the real barrier is something so simple that you could start changing it today, in the next 5 minutes, and see real results in just 3 weeks? Stick around because I am about to share a story that will completely flip how you think about money forever. My name is Sarah, and 2 years ago, I was completely broke. I'm talking eating ramen noodles for dinner 5 nights a week, avoiding my friends because I couldn't afford to go out, and lying awake at night wondering if I'd ever figure out this whole money thing. I had the same job, same apartment, same everything as my friend Jake, but somehow he was saving money, investing, and actually enjoying his life, while I was stuck in this endless cycle of being broke. The crazy part, Jake and I made the exact same salary. We both worked at the same company, both had student loans, both lived in similar apartments. But there was one massive difference between us that I didn't realize until much later. The difference wasn't in our paychecks, it was in our minds. You see, every morning Jake would wake up and immediately start his day thinking about opportunities. How could he make his money work harder? What new skill could he learn to increase his value? How could he save just a little bit more this month? Meanwhile, I was waking up thinking about all the bills I had to pay, all the things I couldn't afford, and how unfair it was that some people seemed to have all the luck with money. We were living in completely different financial realities, even though our actual financial situations were nearly identical. That's when I discovered something that changed everything. The human brain has this incredible ability to rewire itself in just 21 days. Scientists call it neuroplasticity, but I like to call it the wealth switch. Here's how you start. Day 1 begins the moment you wake up tomorrow morning. Instead of checking your phone or immediately thinking about your to-do list, you're going to spend just 2 minutes visualizing your ideal financial life. Not in a fantasy way, but in a realistic, achievable way. See yourself checking your bank account and feeling calm instead of anxious. Picture yourself making smart money decisions throughout the day. Imagine yourself 6 months from now with a growing savings account. Day 2 through 7, you're going to catch yourself every time you have a limiting thought about money. The moment you think something like, "I can't afford that," or "I'm terrible with money," you're going to pause and choose a better thought. This isn't about lying to yourself. It's about training your brain to look for solutions instead of problems, opportunities instead of obstacles. Your brain is like a search engine. Whatever you type into it, that's what it will find results for. Days 8 through 14 are when things start getting really interesting. By now, you've been consistently feeding your brain wealth-focused thoughts, and it's starting to notice opportunities you never saw before. Maybe you'll notice a side hustle idea that never occurred to you before. Maybe you'll realize you've been overspending on something completely unnecessary. Maybe you'll feel motivated to finally start that investment account you've been putting off. This is where the real magic happens. Your brain isn't just thinking differently about money anymore. It's actively seeking out ways to improve your financial situation. You'll start making better decisions automatically because your new thought patterns are becoming your new default mode. Days 15 through 21 are about solidifying these new neural pathways. By now, thinking like a wealthy person is starting to feel natural instead of forced. You'll catch yourself naturally considering the long-term financial impact of your decisions. You'll feel genuinely excited about saving money instead of viewing it as a punishment. You'll start seeing money as a tool for creating the life you want instead of a source of stress and limitation. But here's what makes this different from every other self-help technique you've probably tried. This isn't about changing your entire life overnight. It's about making tiny, almost invisible shifts in how you think about money every single day. Most people fail at changing their financial situation because they try to do too much, too fast. They set impossible goals, make drastic changes, and then burn out within a week. The 21-day shift is different because it works with your brain's natural wiring instead of against it. Your brain loves small, consistent changes. It can handle thinking one slightly different thought each morning. It can process catching and redirecting one limiting belief at a time. These micro changes add up to massive transformations, but they happen so gradually that your brain doesn't resist them. Let me share what happened to Jake that I mentioned earlier. He didn't start rich. He didn't have some secret advantage. He just understood that his thoughts about money were either working for him or against him every single day. While I was unconsciously programming my brain for scarcity, he was consciously programming his brain for abundance. After I learned about the 21-day shift and started implementing it myself, everything changed. Within the first week, I noticed I was making different choices. Instead of automatically ordering takeout when I was tired, I found myself thinking about how that $20 could be put toward my savings goal instead. Instead of scrolling social media and feeling jealous of other people's vacations, I started researching investment strategies. By day 14, I had started a small side business selling handmade jewelry online. Not because someone told me to, but because my newly programmed brain was constantly looking for income opportunities. By day 21, I had saved more money than I had in the previous 6 months combined. The most incredible part is that none of this felt forced or difficult. When your mind is aligned with your financial goals, making good money decisions feels as natural as breathing. You stop fighting against yourself and start working with yourself. 6 months later, I had built an emergency fund, started investing, and increased my income by 30% through my side business. 1 year later, I was able to move to a better apartment and take my first real vacation in years. 2 years later, I'm completely debt-free and on track to reach financial independence by my 30s. The difference between where I was and where I am now isn't luck, isn't a better job, and isn't some complex financial strategy. The difference is that I reprogrammed my mind to think like someone who builds wealth, instead of someone who struggles with money. Your 21-day transformation starts the moment you decide you're ready to think differently about money. Tomorrow morning when you wake up, you have a choice. You can let your old thought patterns run on autopilot for another day, another month, another year. Or you can take control and start rewiring your brain for the financial future you actually want. The next 21 days are going to pass whether you use them to transform your relationship with money or not. The question is, what kind of person do you want to be when those 21 days are over? Someone who's still stuck in the same financial patterns, or someone who's taken the first step toward real wealth? If this resonates with you, hit that subscribe button and let me know in the comments what limiting belief about money you're ready to reprogram. Your future wealthy self is waiting for you to make the decision to start today.